Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Jenny and today I'm going to show you how to create what we call a one straw lei. And this is probably the easiest lei that we have, that we teach. It's fairly quick and very easy to learn as a beginner. The supplies that you will need are 3/8 grosgrain ribbon. We find this is the perfect size. We love the grosgrain. You could use a smaller size, but grosgrain 3/8 seems to be perfect and what we like to suggest. Today we're actually going to be using 2 colors of yarn, and we recommend two skeins is best to make a one straw lei. You'll need a pair of scissors and 2 kukui nuts and an easy beater. So one of the things that we have available in our stores are a basic one straw lei kit. And the great thing about this kit is it comes with a project sheet. It comes with a little QR code to tell you how to, like a video to go to, 2 kukui nuts, and your 3/8 grosgrain ribbon and a reusable straw. It also comes with a little piece of wire, because if you don't have an easy beater, you can use that piece of wire to string your kukui nuts on. Kukui nuts are just a great way to finish a lei at the end, or you could use beads. We like the kukui nuts. They're readily available here at our stores and in Hawaii. You can also order them on our website. Okay, so I want to get started. I've got 50 inches of grosgrain ribbon here. I'm going to go ahead and grab a straw. I love these straws because they are reusable. They're a very thick plastic. And again, these are available at our stores. They won't bend too easily on you. You'll notice too that there's a pointy tip, kind of has a point to it on one end, and then the straight or flat edge on the other. I like to push my ribbon through where the pointy end is. And little tip, take my scissors and cut this at an angle. I just feel like it helps me push that through. And then we also need a little piece of tape. I've got to grab the tape. Okay, so I've got tape, and I'm just going to take the ribbon about 1 inch down and then tape it. This is my tool that I'm going to use for my lei. Now the opposite end, I will just tie a knot at the end so that all of this pretty stuff doesn't fall off. As you can see, I have a little bit that I started. I wanted to start some and show you guys my original knot. I'll just knot it right there. But the other great thing about me showing you this is if you ever had to walk away or stop in the middle of it, this is exactly how you start back up again, right? Push the ribbon through your straw. And then what I do next can totally be pushed down to connect to this part. Okay, let's get started. So here I've got Nani and Nohea yarn. The Nani has a little fleck of like shine to it. And then the Nohea is the same length of lash, but there's no shine to it. I'm just gonna push this stuff out of the way. Okay. And the colors that I'm using today, the Nani is, and it's called orange, and then this yellowish color is called curry. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and one of the toughest things is finding the end of this yarn. So we pull it from the middle is where we like to pull it from. Usually that's the easiest. So I'm going to find an end. I'm gonna put the rest, I put it in a basket on the floor usually. And then I've got the other end. Now if you pull it from the center of the yarn, if you pull it from the center and not around the edge, it doesn't coil up so bad when it drops on the floor. Does that make sense? Well, okay, let's get to the end. I'm finding the two ends of my ribbon here. And I'm going to tie them to this ribbon, or you could tie it to the straw. The key is you don't want to tie it so tight that this knot will not slide along your ribbon. You need this knot right here to be able to slide on your ribbon. So when I teach this, I say tie it not too tight, not too loose, but just right. Now the other part, after you've got that little knot tied on your ribbon, pull it to the very bottom. Push it to the very bottom here of your straw. I'm right-handed, so this is just easier for me to do it this way. In my left hand, I will hold the straw and that knot kind of loosely here. And then I'm going to start winding both of the colors on the straw. Now notice as I wind, each of these are about a finger's width apart. So I'll just keep winding. Actually, as I do it, I find that I'm wrapping my left hand. I find this easier. Before, I used to be making this huge motion with my right hand, like cranking it, but that's not necessary. You're really gonna wear your hand out if you do that. But the left hand, I can just kind of twirl it around that straw. Now the other thing, remember how I was explaining you want it a finger's width apart? If you ever decided to do like some big gappy stuff like this, you're gonna get a giant like loop right here in your lei, which would not be good. So you want it to be fairly consistent as you're wrapping. And again, about a finger's width apart. Now, as we're doing it, like you'll get really fast as you're watching your TV, your Netflix, you do this, and then before long, all of this is going to be like towards the end of the straw, right? Like, oh, I don't have enough room. Your straw starts shrinking. So you can just push this down. Now, if you feel that the tension is too tight and it's really hard to pull off, then you just need to loosen up a little as you're wrapping it around the straw. So it's easier to push down. And you'll know what I mean once you start doing this. Now, as I push down, I can let it fall off the straw completely, but I don't let it go beyond that edge right there. Again, this is where you can make a really big loop-de-loop, which is not good. If you push it too far down, and then if you were to do this and wrap, and then push it, you're gonna create this loosey-goosiness with a really long, like a floppy part right there. Not good. I'm just gonna unwind what I did because I had a crazy gap. So what I'm gonna do here to correct it is I'm gonna push that last little bit that I did close to the edge of the straw, right? No gap, don't see the ribbon. And I'll just start wrapping again. Okay? And you can see how that becomes a lei eventually when you can continue to wrap it. Now, I taught my grandmother how to do this lei, and I think she finished her first one in about 25 minutes. So, just to give you timing, it can take you about 25 minutes to do a lei. I'm going to go ahead and push it all the way down and show you guys how to complete the lei now. Look at that. I did half of it yesterday. I can go on and do more of it today. I'm going to take my scissors, trim off the excess that I don't need, and I'm going to tie a little knot using both of the colors and tie a knot. I'll do that again just to secure it. So both of the colors I have, they're acting like one. And this knot, again, it's tight, but it's not so tight that I can't slide all of this down if I wanted to. Now I'm going to give it a little haircut. I'm going to see if this right here, I'm going to just give it a little cut so it's the same size. And then the end of this, I'm going to just peel the tape off. Now ultimately you'd want to do the entire 50 inches or until you are out of yarn. I'm going to make this a little bit shorter so it can just be used as a sample. I do like to have about 12 inches of ribbon left on either end. This way we can tie a bow at the end. Just like this. Over here. This is where the kukui nuts come in and your easy beater or wire. This easy beater is a great tool because it's wire on a base that'll be really easy to pull these kukui nuts through. We sell these in packages of 12, so you can make 6 lei with each package. And these are little nuts that have a hole drilled through them. How do we get it on this? Well, this is definitely not going to fit in that little puka there. I'm going to trim this. I just like it trimmed. So what I'm going to do is take my easy beater. I'm going to thread it through the hole. Then I'll take my ribbon, put it through the loop, and then pull. And voila, it's attached. It's got 2 sides. Let's do that again. Putting my easy beater through. And notice I'm putting it through, it's like the behind, I guess, of this shape. It's got like an apple bottom. So I'll put my wire through that and then put my ribbon through the loop and pull, and it attaches. It just really makes it easy to attach those kukui nuts to this. And then last step, we can tie our bow. And there you have it, an easy 1 straw lei. And we just used 1 straw. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again for some more easy crafts on Cranking Out Crafts.